How's it going, everyone? RoyalFlush here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys have been liking the beginner, intermediate Tekken content I've been producing for you guys. I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge for Tekken, and I bet y'all didn't know that I was a Tekken 5 player back in the day, huh? Okay, so anyways, today I want to focus on low attacks, okay? I feel like low attacks are a really big turning point in almost any type of match. The damage from lows really does add up, but you can't just go around swinging lows with your character. So let's go ahead and go right here into training mode, and I'm gonna focus on Jin because I think Jin has actually all the types of lows that you could ever want from a character without realizing. So let's go. So like I mentioned, I think Jin has some of the best lows in the game. He has all types of lows too. He has the high crush low, which is, you know, he's obviously crouching, so this would avoid highs. He has like the unseeable lows in his down back forwards. And his crouch dash 4-2, this one is also unseeable, but also falls into the high risk low. The reason being is because on block, it's minus 31. Alright, the same can be said about his full crouch down forward 4 low, which is also minus 26. You can tell by the stagger of that block. Okay, minus 26, minus 31. That's a free punish right there, alright? And then we also have like this low right here. Oh, well, okay. We have this low right here. It's down 2, the new move, and if you played any Jin, I guarantee you, if you've played any good Jin, I guarantee you this one to use this move. It's really good because, for many reasons. Let's go ahead and look at those reasons right now. Jin's down 2 is a slow move, but on counter hit, it creates a tornado effect, and therefore he gets a combo off of it, just off of doing a counter hit. So if he's able to plan an attack string and make you want to swing at him, and he's doing down 2, suddenly you find yourself in a combo, and you're gonna wish you hadn't had swung. So this falls into a high crush, counter hit, low. What else does it do? It's plus on hit. How much is it on block? Okay, so it can only be, it's minus 14. There aren't very many while rising punishers that launch at 14 frames. Jin actually has one though. But most characters would get like a while standing 1-2 or while standing 4 type punish. Whichever one is there, consider their faster punish, okay? And then you also have the mid string low, okay? In the case of this low string, this is actually 1-3-4. This 1-3, it's not safe. See, it's minus 12, and on top of that, while 1-3 is a natural combo, even on counter hit, 1-3-4 is not a natural combo, and yet people will still hit the last hit just because they don't wanna, be too afraid of blocking low. Jin has all these lows. Okay, he even has this one that you really shouldn't use. Falls into the high risk low. You're better off mixing this. You're better off using crouch dash 4, okay, instead of using this stupid thing. Please don't use this thing. You rely on this thing, I'm gonna call you out every time. But what am I getting at? You can't just go around spamming lows because there are going to be people who actually know how to deal with lows. There are several ways to deal with those, and I'm gonna focus on all of them right now. Okay, the first one is low crush. Okay, there are moves. If you see in there it says airborne, that means if they attempt to go low against you and you're airborne, your airborne option should beat them. Usually the best airborne moves that we'll call them low crushes. Best low crush moves are the ones that are actually hit mid. There aren't very many of them that hit high, but the most common one is a hop kick. Okay, if your character has a hop kick, so it's a launch opportunity and it's risky, but it beats lows. So that means it's good and bad in both regards. It's good in the fact that if you're knowingly expecting a low, good. Sometimes you can just throw this out even against things that aren't low. But in the case of having to deal specifically with lows, it's risky because if you screw this up, you're showing your opponent that you're actually going to be relying on this as an option, okay? So sometimes it could backfire. So that's why you would probably want to resort to some maybe safer options, such as a 4-3, which will not counter hit, will not launch on hit. But if you happen to get a low counter hit, then you get a combo, okay? So there's that. Secondly, you could just block. Kazuya, for example, his main lows I would say are 1, 2, 4, which is a string low, and Hell Sweep, which is a command low. So now that I have Kazuya set to 3 specific lows, of course he's going to throw in all these lows. This is just one way, but of course against a good player, they're going to be able to mix their lows with their actual good moves like electrics, highs, mids. But in this case of dealing with lows specifically, I'll show you how we can deal with those lows. Let's focus more on the blocking. The second option would actually be to just block it, alright? Let's go ahead and just block these lows, and we would identify what I would do to each low. So in the case of this one, and in the case of down back 3 and Hell Sweep, we would do different punishes. Let's see what we can get. Okay, so while standing 4 works on that one, but on this one, while standing 2 works. The reason being because Hell Sweep is a high risk low and puts Kazuya at minus 26, you can get a bigger punish. So you can do a while rising punish, or you can go for a launch punish, okay? Typically when it's an unsafe low, we'll say launch punish. Like minus 15 and up, we can consider launch punishable if your character has a punish option. In the case of some other lows, where you may not get as much of a punish, your while standing punish might be the best option instead of launch punish. Okay, so even though it's still damage, you can get so much more if you launch. You see, that would not work. Okay. When you recognize that you have a block, based on the character, you want to know whether you get a while rising punish or you can get a more optimized launch punish. That becomes key. But now let's see if Kazuya throws the 1, 2, 4 string, which is a high, high, low string. If you block it, you really don't get as much. So we want to actually focus now on the low parry. Okay, so low parry. The reason why low parry is a good option is it does guarantee you a combo. And while that combo already uses your tornado, it's really good because it's a strong, first of all, it's a strong call out that leads to a free combo. The other ones may lead to damage, but they may not lead to optimal damage. And even if it's a scaled combo, you're still getting damage nonetheless. It might be more than your regular while standing punish. So if you have your combos down, just omit the tornado because you use it already. You might as well focus on getting the damage out of it or try to get a better position by like taking it to the wall. So even there, even though it was on the Hell Sweep, you're still getting a combo. You must use your healing as well, but again, scales like crazy, so you may not want to do that too much. And honestly, if you can average above 40 damage on your low parry combo, then without using resources, you're doing pretty good. Otherwise, 30 damage is also fine. That's about the same as a grab, 35 and up. Something like that. So to wrap things all up, of course, I've always emphasized how heavily Tekken is based around the high-low mix, but you're gonna be going mid more than you are low. The reason is because lows already have lots of risk to them, and sometimes the reward may not be so obvious as, like, say, a mid, you know? You're not gonna get knockdowns on all lows, and also most lows don't even knock down. So you would have to find your character's key lows. If they already knock down on normal hit, then that's also really good. But if they don't, then they probably only allow you to get your turn back, okay? So if you continuously get non-counter hits, like down 2 or down back 4, you're still getting hits and you're still racking up damage. And as long as they aren't finding answers to it, then you can keep on continuing to apply the low pressure. But there comes a point where you have to stop, because if they have proper answers to beat the low, then you're gonna give away your turn and give them a chance to come back at you. So be very careful with your lows, and don't forget about your good mids and highs, alright? So Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching my content. I intend to produce more and try to spread more basic knowledge about Tekken that you may not see in other videos, because trust me, I make it sound like this game is easy, but when you put it in your hands, putting it all into practice is not as easy as it looks. So keep on giving it your best, and good luck out there, okay? Have fun. See ya.